Okay, as we said, we have Yolanda Kerney. She's the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy. And I understand that the embassy is going to be joining in these celebrations of the United Nations declared International Year for the People of African Descent. That's a mouthful. Good morning, Yolanda.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
The International Year for the People of African Descent.
That's right, 2011.
2011. You declared by the United Nations. Now, how does the embassy plan to help us celebrate that year?
Well, we plan to mark the year with a series of events that will examine the African diaspora, which of course includes the Caribbean. In particular, how Africans came to define themselves in the United States. As you know, it's an interesting history in the United States, as African Americans moved from the status of property initially to 3/5 human in our Constitution, to pioneers of industry and academia, and then finally the President of the United States.
A long trip.
It is a long trip. An interesting history.
Should be very, very interesting. Now, what events will we be putting on?
Well, starting this evening, we're going to screen the 4-part documentary, Africans in America. We'll be screening this every Wednesday in February at 5:30 in the Carl Hendrickson Auditorium, which is at Jamaica College. That's 189 Old Hope Road, just around the corner from the embassy.
Yeah, just up the road, we would say. Just up the road from the embassy.
Right, just up the road.
In the auditorium, the Carl Hendrickson Auditorium.
Right, the beautiful new one. Have you seen it?
From the road, not from the inside.
It's a huge space.
Yeah, so it looks that way.
Well, we're hoping that people come out to join us. As I said, every Wednesday in February, it's in 4 parts. We'll be kicking off with a brief overview of each portion of the documentary. We'll then screen it, and then the audience will have a chance to have a discussion afterward of what they've seen. Just a warning to parents, though, some of the images are somewhat graphic.
I can imagine.
The material is maybe disturbing to small children. So parents really need to use discretion if they plan to bring their small children.
If they decide to take the children, think about it first. Now, what time will these begin? What time in the evening?
5:30. Every Wednesday at 5:30. So as you're on your way home, stop on through and check out Africans in America. It's a great documentary. Okay.
Now this month is actually, apart from the year being the International Year for People of African Descent, this month is also Black History Month.
You are up on your history.
A celebration that started in the U.S.
That's exactly it. February is indeed Black History Month, and we'll mark the month with a couple of other pretty interesting, I think, programs. On the 16th, the embassy will host a workshop examining the history of the Negro spiritual. As you know, spirituals were the earliest musical expressions of the enslaved Africans in this hemisphere, and they became the roots of blues, jazz, and gospel music.
Yep.
That's the 16th at the embassy and the NPR. All of our events are free, of course, but seating for that event is somewhat limited. If you are interested in participating, you need to call the embassy so we can make a space for you. That number is 702-6113.
702-6113. And anything else?
We do. We're going to end the month with a musical extravaganza. I was going to call it a concert, but that doesn't really capture it. Blues on the Green, which has become legendary in Jamaica.
Yeah,
this year
it
will be on the grounds of Emancipation Park on Friday, February 25th, starting at 6:30. This year will feature an incredible saxophonist, Brent Burkhead. He is Downbeat Magazine's Best New Blues Jazz Soloist of 2010. So for your listeners out there, don't be angry with yourself 5 years from now when Brent Burkhead is a Grammy winner and you missed the opportunity to see him for free.
Live in Jamaica for free.
That's exactly it.
Important part for free.
I have to. Did I mention free? So again,
did we mention it? I'm not sure if we did. It is for free. A chance to see a star already and a big star in the making.
That's exactly it. And, you know, this year we are broadening the scope of this event. It's true that there are many musical festivals around Jamaica, fabulous ones, but I defy you to find another that allows you to see this level of talent for free.
Yeah.
And also, this year we're broadening the scope because in addition to just having a great time, we're asking all the audience members to bring with them a non-perishable food item, a canned good, a bag of rice, a bag of beans, anything that doesn't require refrigeration.
Yeah.
And those will be donated to ODPEM, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Great.
In this way, ODPEM can stock its warehouses and more robustly respond to Jamaicans. We all remember Nicole.
Not responding to any emergency right now, but just putting things aside.
That's right, and you plan and prepare for the emergency.
Yes.
I'm from Florida, so I've lived through.
Never can tell when they are on their way.
That's exactly it, and it doesn't even have to be a tropical storm or something, a named storm. 3 days of heavy rain can cause some severe flooding. So it's a chance for people to come out, have a good time, do a good deed at the same time. And again, did I mention it's free?
Yeah, you did. We
I just wanted to make sure it was clear.
Yeah, well, say it louder again.
It's free.
Thank you so very much, Yolanda. And I'll see you at least one of these events.
I certainly hope so. Thanks so much.
Speaking there with Yolanda Kerney, Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy. This is the events they'll be putting on to celebrate not just Black History Month this month, but the International Year for People of African Descent.